All right, so now we're going to put the texture on the wall. So to get that to show up down there. So let's go ahead and go back to the materials and we'll go grab that wall and let's go ahead and grab the image guy and I'll click open and making sure in the graphics that it looks like that. And then if I click OK, now I'm getting that surface, but it's a solid red. It would be kind of nice if we could see some stripes or some sort of pattern, even just the vertical stripes. So if I go back to materials, we could put a cut pattern on, or sorry, not a cut pattern, but we could do a transparency or a cutout, right? So I'll do the cutout. So if I click on the cutout, I can then go get a black and white um, image and it will cut it out. I actually made these. I'm not going to show you how to make them, but we'll take a look at them in just a minute. But what I wanted to show you, let's see if I'll just pull this up real quick, is that Revit actually comes with a material library, so you can see where it is in C, program files, common files, Autodesk shared materials, textures, and there is a 1, 2, and a 3 folders in there, and those are the same textures with different resolutions, 3 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And so I went to the 3, and in that is a mats folder where they have all of their materials very clearly named. And you can kind of go in there and see what they have, you know, if you can use some of it in some way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this clapboard 4-inch, and it's got this white here and black here. So I'll double click. I'm going to use that one. So if I go back to here, I've actually saved the location of those textures here in my side library, and we will talk about that as well, but I'm going to click on it and go to the 3 here. So again, I'm in that same area, you know, I just saved the location of it. And I'll go to that 3 in the mats, and we'll go down to that clapboard, right? There it is, clapboard, right here. 6-inch, here's the 4-inch, right? And these look pretty much the same, the 4-inch bump map. And so I'll just pick that and click open. And when I do, you can see it cuts holes where the black is, so you're getting this pattern here. But if I open this guy up and I invert the image, now you're getting just red stripes. It's doing that. And then you can kind of play with the size of it. It's 1 foot by 1 foot, but let's say we made it the size of the actual piece, right? And I go done and then click OK, right? And so, whoops, I need to rotate it though. It's going sideways, right? It needs to go vertical. So if I go to materials and go to this guy and rotate it 90 degrees, right? And done, and OK. So now it's going vertical, and you're getting sort of a, you know, at least a version of what it might look like. It's not exact, but it kind of works. If you want to, let me look at this guy. I think it's in here. I actually came in here, and I can show you how to do this, but you can make, I made the pattern based on the actual dimensions of the material. So these are the actual spacings, right? And then I took that out and made it into a JPEG, you know, with the correct size and everything. And when I did that, I could then come into the materials and instead of this cutout, right, I can do a different one. So I click on this guy and then go back to where I saved all my stuff. In the textures, right, I have this wall, this one that will also work. So if I take that, right, and I'll need to unrotate it, right? Because oops, it's weird. Would be weird looking. And then if I click OK, now I'm actually getting kind of that break pattern. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do this stuff. I can show you guys how to make these very specific ones, but I think it would take a lot of time at this point that we don't really have, and I think that previous one is fine.